Hello and welcome to this week's tutorial. My name is Chris from Christopher Holt Training, and we are going to be talking about posture training and the one key principle that you need to be including in your workouts. So this goes for all exercises and stretches, but it's the one key thing that you need to be doing, and that is you need to actively put your body in the position of better posture or good posture. Now, it doesn't mean you're going to get there from day one, but it's about getting closer and closer and improving the posture that you have. So this means following a basic 3-step process, which is massage, stretch, and move. Now, I'm going to be talking about the Lordosis posture. So we're going to be talking about the lumbar spine and the pelvis. So what we would do is we would use a foam roller on the front part of the hip all the way up to the sort of anterior and lateral part of the thigh. So I would just quickly foam roll just to loosen up. So this is what's going to make the muscles less stiff and more supple. So I would use that on the rectus femoris, on the anterior and lateral part of the hip, and also on the mid to upper back. So then I can extend that whole area. What I would then do is stretch that area through. So I would come up onto one knee. I've just done my right leg, or just rolled my right leg, or massaged my right leg. Now I would come into this position, reach overhead. That'll give me a stretch through here, which is now starting to access the psoas muscle. So what we're doing here is we're now giving our body the opportunity to get into that position. That's what the massage and foam rolling is for, and that's what the stretching is for. Because it will give us roughly a 20-minute window to then start moving and improving the position. So what we would do when we get to the movement part of it is we can start down, lead on the floor, and just very basics of learning to reposition the pelvis and the lumbar spine using abdominals and hips. So I would come into a position like this and I would fix it into position. So now I've got a good contact point obviously at the pelvis, a little bit of a gap at the lower back, which is what I want, and contact point on the upper back and the head on the floor. So I know now that I'm in a straight line right through my body, and I've repositioned my pelvis. But this lead down is a very easy way of being able to do that, because when we stand up, muscles react differently. If we can do it lying down, it's very little physical challenge to be able to do it. It's just a case of learning and doing it. So then when we come up onto our knees, or one knee, and then finally standing, what we can then do is we can then learn that position and holding our pelvis and our lumbar spine in the position that we want it. But the one key principle is that you need to be able to put your body in that position. And we need to be able to focus on stretching through psoas, stretching through rectus femoris, and this anterior portion of the hip as well. So it's all those bits that are together that you're going to be doing. But the one key thing that goes throughout that is you're putting your body into that position. You're not just doing a stretch that someone's told you to do a hip flexor stretch. You do the stretch and then you go about everyday life. It's much more involved than that, and you have to be able to actively engage the brain, because once your brain learns it, your body will then follow. So you've got to keep repeating. So this is why it takes time, because of the repetition. But again, you've got to actively put your body into that better posture. So it's all about repositioning the hips, so tucking the hips under, flattening off. You'll still keep a natural curve of your spine, but flattening off and holding in that position and keeping chest up. So again, what we're looking for is chest up, hips under, straight legs. What you might find is that you might try and compensate somewhere if you can't do it. If you can't do it stood up, go down onto one knee. You might find it a little bit easier. If you can't do it on one knee, try it on two knees. The most basic position is being led down. Obviously, you want to be able to do it in an upright position, because that's the position that you'll spend most time in. You may find it a lot easier to do it lying down, so that's sort of step one when it comes to the movement. But the whole time when we're stretching, massaging, or moving, we're always focusing on that position and holding myself in that position. Lift my arm up, I'm staying in that position. And then as I lift my arm up and move my hip forward, I can literally feel the stretch coming on through here. So it's all these different types of things that you want to be focusing on as you're doing your exercise. So you've got all the different things that you can do, but the one universal thing that goes through it all is that you have to actively put your body in the position of better posture. What will then happen, your brain will learn it, your muscles will start to follow. So hopefully that's been of help to you. Hopefully it's given you a little bit of better insight into posture training and the kind of things that you want to be focusing on as you're doing it. Obviously we didn't have enough time for all the different exercises, all the different stretches, all the different movements, so on and so forth, but hopefully it's just giving you an idea and a basic understanding of what you need to be doing when it comes to posture training and sort of managing and improving it. Many thanks for watching this tutorial. If you've enjoyed what you've seen, if it's helped you in any way, shape or form, please do leave a comment below. Alternatively, there are other links below where you'll be able to join the newsletter, follow me on social media. So please do come along to any of those URLs or links. Like, comment, share, follow. It would be great to have you on board at Christopher Hole Training.